So here we are again, friends. I made it. Did you? Oh, good. Everybody's going to be here. I'm so excited. That's one on one right there. So today I'm sporting this adorable pattern. I just love it, and it goes with my little pink t-shirt that I just threw on this morning actually, and I just wanted something real easy so I could quickly pump and I didn't have to wear dressing up anywhere, but it worked out anyways. So this is Royal Grafton fine bone china made in England. Isn't it beautiful? It even has a little gold leafing around the edge, but it's got that delicate little ripple that just makes it so darling. And then you've got these little pink and blue flowers. I think those are forget-me-nots, aren't they? They look sort of like them. And then you have that same pattern carried through right here on the teacup. And this is one of my tiny teacups. I almost think I should give these to my youngest daughter, but they might have to fight over them later. But it's a little matching set, and I thought it'd be so fun to bring out today as we're running close to the end of my tea sets. But I'll still bring them on periodically, but it's going to be too warm here pretty soon for me to even drink warm tea, right? I'll have to wait for it to get cold or put it on ice. It won't work. So let's see who's all. Let me get this on live chat. And we've got Misty here and Tina here. They're saying hey to everyone, and Danielle's here. Misty's saying she's drinking water, and she brought several different flavored teas today. Awesome. Did you see the post I did yesterday when I had all the teas from the tea section? I was like, holy cow. Wanted to get that out there just to let you know I was thinking of you. Yeah, so we're a group of amazing ladies that, oh, you can't stay. You're at work. Oh, Miss Millie's great. I'll be showing her in just a minute. Sorry, you'll have to come back and watch it, okay, Tina? But I just really want to help you and encourage you and give you any ideas, advice, or anything that you need for this time being when I do my lives. And, you know, I won't always be doing them every day. That part of my life is coming to a close, and then it might reopen after the baby's a little older, but I will try to post every day, or at least every couple days, right? So I've got one I'm working on that's just real simple and cute, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. But tonight we'll just enjoy our tea and drink that with each other. I'm drinking a special tea mix that I keep forgetting to grab the name of. It's one that everybody recommends, a pregnancy tea that people copy and paste and keep putting the same thing, and I don't know for sure if it helps, but we'll see, because I'm drinking it on its own today, but it doesn't taste very good. It kind of tastes like dirt. So I made my backup tea that has both my mother milk teas in it and some chamomile tea, which still will probably taste like dirt, and I'll just refill my tiny cup or just drink this later. So I've got double tea going on because I needed a little more. And I didn't drink it this afternoon because it was so hot. I forgot to check the temperature, but it was over the 90s, I'm sure. We had to turn the air conditioning on upstairs. It's crazy. But yesterday I didn't get to join you because yesterday was my husband's birthday, and we ended up playing a little bit. You know, it's kind of funny because, you know, hi Stevie. I told you that, you know, about the 4 different types, right, with Carol Tuttle, and how she has Dress Your Truth, and how that has a lot to do with our manners and just how we are and who we are, right? And so type 1s are fun-loving, and, you know, they're just happy, and they're bubbly, and they're kind of ping-pongish all over the place. And it's kind of funny because I was trying to be thoughtful of my husband for his birthday, and I had it in my mind because he's doing keto, and I wanted to help him have a cheat day. I'm just thinking I should probably get some more light in here. The sun's already going down, dagnabbit. Let me see if I can hook this up real quick. I didn't get that set up for you already. Give me 1 second and I'll finish my story. Here we go. That should help a little. Well, not too much, but not too bad, right? So, anyways, here we go. That just made me pink, I think. I don't even know if it helped. So I feel like my wits get all stirred around me. So my husband, you know, I wanted to surprise him and just do something a little fun, right? Because he's a type 1, and I wanted to be mindful and thoughtful of him. And so I told him, this is his cheat day. Where did he want to go for lunch? And he wanted to go to this place that we post pictures of a lot called the Santa Fe Mining Company. And it is a fabulous place to eat it's like a bar and grill. But, sometimes those bars just have better food here. And they hand make their hamburgers every time you order one. They just hand make it because it's to specification. And I mean, it's pretty legit. And the food is magnificent. They make this glorious Cobb salad, and they make these really phenomenal hamburgers, and we put them on sourdough bread to help kind of lighten up the calories. And so we both ate one, and he did one that's called that's a big old hamburger or whatever. And it's got 2 grilled cheese sandwiches on sourdough bread with bacon in it, and then they're sandwiched with the hamburger and the bacon and barbecue sauce, and like it is just a massive hamburger. It's like about that big. So you have to cut it and try to chomp all at it, but it's just delicious. So that's what he had. I had like a California burger with avocado, and oh my gosh, that avocado was fresh made. It was just so good. Avocado, it was like guacamole, so it's fresh made guacamole. And then I had this idea, right? Sometimes we get this idea in our head of what you want to do for someone for their birthday, and then you find out the ideas don't match. So I had this idea because we've done it before years ago, and we haven't done it for a long time. But I had this idea to take him to the local race, it's like go-karts, and play some other games and ride some other rides. I thought he might enjoy that, or going to miniature golf. And so I told him, I said, well, now after we've had this glorious lunch, I was thinking we might want to go do something fun. Let's drive over here to this place. And then we drove up. He's like, oh, well, let's walk around and look. And he's like, well, for me, I just turned 50. My husband's 50. Holy cow, 50. And he said he would rather take a nap for his birthday. And I was like, maybe what I had in mind wasn't exactly what you were wanting to do. He said, yeah, I'm thinking more like a movie would be good, or a nap in a movie. And I was like, you know what? I apologize, because here I had it in my mind to do all this to you, and I don't mind changing plans. But it's funny how in my head I was thinking, oh, I'll find the funnest thing I could think of to do on short notice, and it's close to our house, and won't make us leave the baby too long and all that. And he just says he'd like to go home and take a nap. And then we ended up watching a movie at home. We just went and bought some treats and popcorn, and the kids were so happy. And it just was really cute because I just told him I was grateful we've been married long enough that we could be that honest with each other and really throw it out there. And it's funny because what might sound fun to one person isn't necessarily fun to the other. And even though it might have been fun before, it's not necessarily fun now. And it's good that we can admit when we change our minds and our ideas. So it's really great. Hi, Jen. It's good to have you. So it just was really fun to be able to work that out with him and have a great day. I did rent him a little car because we're thinking about buying another car for him to commute, and he wants to do Uber on the side. And so we were kind of looking at some different cars, so I rented one. That way we wouldn't have to worry about it breaking down, because I didn't want to have to worry about Millie being hot. We were supposed to go to my appointment yesterday, but it got canceled. So now all we have left this week is our cardio appointment for Millie tomorrow. So I'll be able to let you guys know tomorrow or Friday how that went. And we should know more about what they're thinking for surgery, or if it's still just on hold or what. So I'll let you know about all that. But let's see what you guys are saying in here. So Misty says she went with her mom to measure her leg for compression stockings and found out you needed them too. By the way, cutting down on sugar very slowly and Cokes. Good job, Misty. That'll help you so much. It'll make you, just keep in mind when you get off sugar, this is the sugar, and especially if you get off bread too. The way that works is if you, when you start losing weight, you lose it in your face first. And then you lose it a little bit in the midsection, and then your legs big time because they don't have as much. And then it has to come up to the midsection again. Hi, I'm 22-year-old, and can I block you, please? I don't know what you're saying, Emily. Do you want me to block you? So yeah, that's just one of those things that I don't know why somebody would block me. That's just weird. Thanks, babe. I thought you were on a call. Glad you could show up. Yeah, that's definitely it tastes like hay, and it's not even alfalfa. Oh, I'm gonna have to say on that one. And let's switch over to this other one because that's nasty. Pour that beautiful tea in there. I'll see it. I have never had that one by itself, and I just made a heck of a mess. Oh, ladies, I just spilled. It'll be all right, it's just a little. I'll take care of that later. I don't have anything nearby. It'll just have to wait. It's not going anywhere. Well, maybe it is. I think it's gonna go on the floor. Oh, Hannah Montana, I'll be right back. Ooh, did I just say that? Sorry. Skedaddling. I'm just going crazy today. That's my life. Oh my goodness sakes. So I've just been working today, got the house in order, like I said, I got everything done that was on our list. All I have left to do is pumping and cleaning up after dinner and then relaxing. So we're doing pretty good, ladies. Still, it's not easy. It's on the difficult side, but I'm trying. And I'm trying to breathe, and I'm trying to do things right. And my husband always says the nicest things about me. And, whew, man, I don't know how I got so lucky, but being married to someone for almost 30 years, when they're turning 50, you feel like since you've been married longer than you were single, it just kind of is surreal. And you wonder, where did the time go? And how did we get here? Oh, that's so much better when you add that chamomile and that other one. Oh, that's so much better. You got to be real careful. So, Jen, you said that you have a large family parody. How many is in your family? If you have a large family, that's the thing I keep forgetting to say at the beginning. I'm a mom of 13 kids. I have 9 boys and 4 girls. My oldest is 28, and my youngest was just born a few weeks ago. Try almost 8 weeks ago now. Time is flying by. But she's growing like a weed, and it looks like she's made her face presentable. So let's go take a peek at her. My little Miss Millie was born just as sweet as could be, and she has Down syndrome. So we're learning a lot about Down syndrome, and we are just enjoying her to the fullest. You have a large family, but not as large as mine. I have 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls. Don't worry. I don't have any sweeteners in my tea. Occasionally I'll put peppermint in it, but since that is supposed to stifle nurse milk, I don't do it anymore. Okay, here she is. Look at my little ballerina. She's wiggled off of her blanket. 5 boys and 2 girls here. Right on, Susan. Well, this is my little Miss Millie, and she has Down syndrome. She also has a double heart defect, and she's got a large ASD and a large VSD. That's atrial ventricle septal defect and ventricle septal defect. So look at that. She's so precious. Just sleeping like an angel. And she has just had a great day today. So I took the kids, after we got all of our chores done and our school done, we saved a few things that they were struggling with for the, we went over to the library. They have some homework help, so I got some help so I wouldn't have to do it all today. And they got to check out a few books, and they were really excited. And Millie got to go and look around, and she was enjoying that. Although she was only awake for a few minutes there, she slept most of the time. She does that a lot lately. Today I think she's growing because she's been sleeping so much, but whatever. It's just the way it goes, right, for babies. And then the boys helped get dinner going. We just put some baked potatoes. You know, you want something easy. I forgot I could use the Instapot, so don't grill me about that. I don't remember how long it takes to do baked potatoes in the Instapot. But I did do them in the oven the old-fashioned way, but we needed the time anyway. So I had my boys wash them while I was gone and poke the holes in them, wrap them in foil, and throw them in the oven on 350 for 45 minutes or so. And when we got home, I just cooked up the broccoli real quick and shred the cheese and had the sour cream out and the butter, and dinner was ready. And that's all we're doing for dinner. Very simple. And sometimes that's okay. That's just as good or better than a bowl of cereal, right? And full bellies is better than empty bellies. So that's where we went today. Where we went with dinner anyways. It was awesome. Last night after we did the birthday party stuff, while we got the, oh, you had chili for dinner. Chili, I love making chili. I have a simple chili on my YouTube channel in my cooking one. I was going to do a whole cooking series, but I'm not doing that yet. But it has a chili recipe, so you might like that, or somebody might want to try it. I helped CK make it, and she loves it, or their family that uses it quite often, and my family loves it. I just change it up a little here and there. So, no Haiti. Yeah, exactly. Haiti is gross. I think if I put, remember that one time when I had the yucky tea and I started adding the orange, the sweet and orange thing to it? I should have added that, and I didn't. And my bad. I might go back down and add that because it's nasty. It's not near as bad with the mixture, so I got to be careful and make sure I don't do that pregnancy tea by itself. Maybe once it's cold I won't mind it so much, but by itself, not so much. Yeah, that's so much better now that I mixed it. So glad about that. But yeah, it's just been one of those days where you just try to make sure you have everything where it needs to be and try to get all your ducks in a row. And I've washed a lot of laundry and sorted the boys' clothes and Millie's clothes and did her laundry too and did a load of towels. And it's just like never ending. Oh my gosh, really. So yeah, you have any questions or comments or anything else you'd like to talk about today? I just was thinking I'll pump as soon as we're done here because I missed my 5:30 session. I was eating dinner instead, and that makes it kind of hard. But I have some great things coming up. Ooh, that's great. Italian chicken with potatoes and green beans. Yummy, Misty. Your grandparents had 13 children. You're the one, huh, Jen? That's so awesome. What number was your parent that was from them? Was it your mom or your dad's family? And what else did everybody have for dinner? Did y'all make dinner yet? And I always do that. Why do I do that? I go back to my southern drawl. When you're from Oklahoma, some things just die hard and don't die at all. It was your dad, and you don't know what his birth number was. Oh, that's too bad. Somewhere in the middle. Yeah, they forget those in the middle, don't they? All my kids have had a chance to be in the middle for a little bit, except these ones on the end. Ooh, Susan had meatloaf, mashed potato, corn, and lima beans. Wow, that's a lot of work. Do you have a good meatloaf recipe? I don't like the ones I've been using anymore. What do you need, baby?
I have ice cream.
Not yet. After dinner.
They're not yucky. I don't like the potato.
It's okay. I'll explain it to you in a little bit.
Okay, there's no cheese.
Is it all gone? All right. He's reporting to me that he's not fond of the baked potato. Oh, well, you can't please them all. I need to just teach him how to dip that potato in sour cream, and then he'll like it a lot more. And I think we're going to start going to the library more because that was really helpful today. So we're going to go there a couple days a week. That's going to be awesome to just get a little bit more help. Because, once you're done doing the language, the vocabulary, the spelling, the English stuff, the reading, the science, the history, the music, the art, the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry, the housework, you're just tired, and math is an easy one for other people to help with. And I've already done most of it, and so I'm burnt out. Emma said she made chili cheese dogs and a Caesar salad. Yum. Misty said her great grandma had 16 kids and raised 18. Wow. Wow. You know, I keep getting asked, are we going to have more kids? Are we going to have more kids? Well, honey, I just had one 8 weeks ago. I have no idea if we're going to have more. We weren't planning on having more. We knew we wanted 13, so that's been the goal all along. We didn't know if we could get to 13 because we had that dead spot after 11 and 12, and we weren't sure if we'd ever have any more kids. And then out of the blue, when I got off of sugar and white flour, I turned up pregnant and got Miss Millie. So I don't know if we're going to do more. It's a lot of work. When you're 47, having a baby is a lot harder than when I was 27 and 37, right? Stevie has 2 boys and 1 girl. And she's from a big family, the oldest of 7. Right on. It's like the more the merrier, right? I hope you're close to your siblings, Stevie. That's what you always hope for, right? Is that the kids will be close. That was my hope. My kids are pretty close, so they enjoy each other's company. And they're all coming over tomorrow night for family dinner and singing happy birthday to my husband. So hopefully I can get all that worked out for tomorrow. I don't know if he's still on here, but I think he said he's at a call. I can't remember what kind of call he said he's on, but yeah. Yeah, it's fun. My husband came from a fairly large family. His mom had 7 boys and 1 girl. So they had 8 kids. And then my father-in-law came from 7 boys. They didn't end up with any girls. They just had straight up 7 boys. That was his grandpa, sorry. His mom, however, had boys and girls and a set of twins. But not the kind that run in the family on my side. I don't have any that run in the family. They better be in... Oh, really? So you're saying the potatoes are better in the oven than in the Instapot? Right on. Well then, good. I didn't do them in the Instapot. How do you deal with negative comments about your parenting choices as a parent? I let things get to me so badly and I can't help it, even though I know I'm doing a good job. Well, Emma, that's what that whole Dr. Phil thing was about, right? Because Dr. Phil rolled me over the coals, said I was the worst parent ever, says the father of 2 boys only with an unlimited supply of money. And I was in a place where I was affected a little bit about what people said, and that tore me up to the core, where I thought about, should I even be a mom anymore? Should I just abandon my family and run away like so many women do? I thought about that for like 10 whole minutes. And I thought about running away and never coming back. And I just prayed and I prayed and I was like, Heavenly Father, how do you see me? Am I a bad mom? Should I be doing things differently? What would you like me to do better? And you know that I got the most inspiring thoughts and feelings over the next couple of weeks, that it just restored my confidence in myself and in my life and in my choices. And I realized I have been there for my kids. I have given them everything I've got, and I have done the very best I could. And yeah, I wasn't perfect, and I've made some mistakes as were aired out on television, but I've learned from those mistakes and I do better all the time. I'm not making those mistakes now. I haven't made them for years, and we're trying to do better all the time. And that's what I was going on the show for in the first place, was to find better answers and to get help. And he just didn't really have much to say to help me. All he did was say, let's get your house cleaned up the way that he thinks it should be cleaned up, which it's still not. And it's still, the clutter still multiplies and has babies just like everything else. And I just had to learn that I'm doing good and I'm good enough, and let the negative comments just wash off your back. There's no reason to be affected by those. Don't let them beat you up, and just, you know, if you're worried, then just pray to your God and ask him how you stand in his sight. That's kind of one of the talks that the head leader of our church, that he was talking about, you know, to ask that maker. how we're doing and where we stand in his eyes, so that we can find out what we need to do better and what we need to do differently. And I just now I got to the point where I don't even let those negative comments affect me at all. I don't care what anybody says, because it's none of their business what I'm doing, and I am doing the best I can, and that's all I need to say. And I have to answer to my God. That's the only person I have to answer to. Who cares what they say? Screw them all, right? Yeah, you watched my episode and it broke your heart. I was classy about everything she says, and everything he was throwing at me. He was a jerk. You're an amazing mom, and I've learned so much from you. Thank you, Emma. I think he was a jerk too, and it was even worse with what they cut out. The stuff they cut out was even worse. But it's okay, because I can do hard things, and I can live through hard things. And even though that didn't go the way I wanted it to, or the way that they had alluded for it to go to, it doesn't matter, because it went the way it was supposed to, according to ratings and according to their show. So that's all I could do. I couldn't do anything more about that. Yeah, I think it's just because they were, when Dr. Phil is trying to bump up the ratings, that's what he'll do, throw you under the bus. And you know what, that's his prerogative. But I'll tell you what, I don't regret it right now. I'm to the point where it was actually really good for me, because it pushed me down so far. I felt so bad that I had no choice but to either keep going down or come back up. And it made me to the point where I am now, where I don't need anybody's approval. I don't need anybody's accolades or appreciation or sympathy. I just am doing the best I can, and that's all that matters. Because what does Dr. Phil say that matters anyway, right? He's just on TV, and he's got a lot of money. I wouldn't trade my place with that for anything, because to me, I've got what matters the most. I've got 13 beautiful children who I love and adore, and I don't need to have it any other way. All that matters to me is my kids, and the love I have for my kids, and the fact that my kids love each other, and that's just all that matters. So that's where we're at. And sometimes, if maybe you could do the fast track and just take some time, play some calming music in the background, and just think of all the negative stuff about yourself, all the negative things you've heard, all the negative comments you've had, all the negative self-beliefs you've had. Just write down all that negative crap. Think about all of it, all that negativity, and just see yourself there. This is something I learned at the Tony Robbins convention, right? Or workshop that we did. And he just had you go to this place that was so negative that you just felt horrible inside, where you almost just wanted to die. You just didn't want to be there. And then he said, now think of yourself in that place 6 months from now, a year from now, how about 5 years from now, 10 years from now? And think about all the people around you. How are they affected by how you feel? And can you see it rippling down and affecting everyone? And now, is that how you want to live? Do you want to believe all that? Do you want to hold all that in you? Does that feel good? If not, let it go. Put it in a bubble, blow it away, like Cat Brewer says, right? I can't remember how exactly he had us let it go, but regardless, we wiped it away and it was gone. And then we said, instead, I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be amazing, and I'm going to be hardworking, and I'm just going to be good, and I'm going to do the best I can, and we're going to be good and be more excellent and just raise up higher. And I'll tell you what, it made a difference in my life. And because I think digging out that negativity was key. And then just saying, no way, I'm not buying that. I'm not going to carry that for the next 5, 10 years and push that on my kids, because that negative crap just passes on to your kids. Don't believe that. Just be like Snow White and just live in your own little bubble, right? Just do it your way and do it the best you can. Psalms 62 verse 7 and 8 says, Fran, and I don't have that one memorized by heart, but I bet it's a good one. So look it up. But yeah, don't feel don't feel bad about what other people say. I mean, obviously, if they're saying this or that and it's true and you need to fix something, if they're saying your kids are always dirty and stinky, then start giving them a bath every other day. I give my kids baths Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, whether they like it or not. And so, you know, and I make sure we clean out their ears with Q-tips, and you know, everybody washes their face every day and washes their hand, brushes their teeth, and brushes their hair, and that's just how we do it. So if that was true, then that would be the way it needs to be, and you just believe that. Shut and lock the door, please.
Okay, but when are you going back to the park?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Well, good, Stevie. That's what I'm hoping for you. Arnold says that the pastor told me that I need to dress better for church, but I don't own any suits. Well, then forget about it. Go to a different church. If he says dress better, good grief. I mean, it'd be nice if you could get a second-hand shirt. In fact, if you want to message me and send me your address, I'll send you a dress shirt that you can wear and a tie. And then you could wear that with jeans or whatever pants you have. But I'll send you a dress shirt. Tell me your size. I'm sure I've got a couple of extra here around this house. So just message me. If you're on Instagram or on Facebook, you can private message me. And I'll send that to you. Because that's just ridiculous to not be accepted because of what you're wearing. Good Hannah. That's like me. Here I'm on a YouTube channel and I'm wearing my t-shirt and my shorts and my sandals. And that's just the way it goes, because I'm not going to put on a fake face and change clothes so I can pretend to be something I'm not. Today was a work day and I'm just how I am. And that's just how it is. So just be you and do you the best you can. Forget what everybody else says. Emma said, my toddler was throwing a tantrum and a lady came up to me in Walmart and basically said that he was disturbing the other shoppers and I should stay home if I can't control my kid. I'm going to put, Emma, are you following me on Facebook or on Instagram? I have a quote. I'll send that to you because I know parents who've done this before. You just take something like, you know, a couple pieces of cardboard and put some poster board or whatever on the construction paper and put tantrum in progress, please step back. Because you just tell your kid, look at you, everybody's staring. Are you okay with that? I mean, by all means, finish your tantrum, do what you got to do. But that is not your job to make them feel better. Forget them. You're training children, for crying out loud. Tell her she should mind her old beeswax, right? Just say thank you for your opinion, but we're doing things the way that we've been taught, or better than the way you did things when you were raising your kids. Hi, it bothered me so bad I cried. Oh no, Emma, you left the store and it's still bothering you. Oh, phooey, put it in a bubble and blow it away. When people do that, just be like, just think about it. Is it okay to let your kids throw a tantrum? Type that in on Google. Is it okay for kids to throw a tantrum? And you'll see tantrums are good for kids and you're allowed to just let them have a tantrum. Heaven's sakes, doesn't take long for them to realize they're embarrassed and they're not going to do that again. That's how I taught my kids. My Facebook is just Got Kids, Keep It Real. And then Instagram has also Got Kids, Keep It Real. So just one's underscore and one's, I don't know, something like that. I also have a mom support. And that's something you could put on Got Kids or mom support. If you look up mom support 101, or it's mom support, keep it simple is what it is. Go on there and I can post it on there too, because don't fall for that crap. It's not worth it. Heaven knows. I can't even, you know, there was a person that commented on here that they bet because I have 13 kids, I have so many stories to tell. And it's like, I do have a million stories to tell, but where do I start? There's so many stories. Do I just start at the beginning or do I just randomly pick topics? I mean, there's so many stories. They're all over the place. But I'll tell you what, I've done that before. Just stand back. Stand back. Oh, they're crazy. Those kids, I tell you what, they're good at embarrassing us. That sign would be great. The ones I would like to speak but haven't are the ones who yank and jerk and whip their children all through the store. Yeah, those are, when I see somebody do that, I just give them a dirty look. And I give a sympathetic look to the child, and I feel so bad. Sometimes I'll just leave the aisle, or I'll report them, because I can't stand that. Whipping and spanking is not helpful, and it's not necessary. Sure, if your kid's running out into the street, give them a quick whip, let them know, no, 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 you don't do that. Or whatever, if you've warned them and you've got to do a quick spank or something. But to continually hit and spank and whip and degrade, it's when those parents are saying negative things. If you don't talk like that to your kid, then you're a good parent. You're a better parent. And you see other people do that, and you just pray for that little child, because they're just going to break their spirit, and that's the worst sin ever. Oh, that just is so heartbreaking. Oh, I can't take that. I luckily don't hear those things so much anymore. Sometimes I wonder if God has you see those things to help you realize what a good job you are doing as a parent, because you're not like that and you're not doing that. I don't know for sure, but sometimes I feel like that because I don't see those things anymore. Maybe people are just better parents now. They were sick of getting the evil eye from me. Like, what? I just give them like this questioning look, like, what are you doing? I don't have to pay child support. That's weird. I don't know why people put random things. It's like you see things on here. And in fact, there was so many negative comments on the YouTube channels that were fraudulently copying Dr. Phil's shows, and I reported them, and all those negative comments were gone, and they're blocked. You can see our videos now, and there's no negative comments, because they were very hurtful. I made the mistake of reading those before I did that deep soul searching time, and it was very helpful for me to do that. So that's what I say. If you feel bad as a parent, as a mother, as a housekeeper, in your role in any of those areas, then take a minute and do an inventory of yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and think, is there anything I do need to change? Are they correct? And is there anything I could be doing better? Or am I doing the best I can? And then think about all those negative things and let them go and move on from that place, and just resolve to do better and be better, and to just continue to love your children. Because I'll tell you what, my husband and I were talking about this yesterday. You know what? There is no amount of money, there is no amount of merchandise, not a big enough house, nothing that would make me want to trade what I have with my children, the love I have for my children. They are my reason for living. They give my life meaning and purpose. They are my reason for breathing. So I can't imagine my life without them. They are everything to me, and there's nothing I love more than them. So phooey on what anybody else says. If that's how your heart is, God knows your heart, and He knows you're doing the best you can. So sad. As a child whisperer, I know there are so many other ways to deal with that. Exactly, Fran. Exactly. And and I'm not saying I was a perfect mom in the beginning. I had a lot of hard lessons to learn, but I was willing to listen to God, and to be chastened by Him and learn a better way. And I am a much better parent. I'm in the later 20 years of our marriage. About the first 5 years, I gave myself a learning curve. It took me about 5 years to iron out a lot of the kinks. About 10 years to get my temper completely under control. And now we're a year almost 30, and there ain't much on me. Not at 30 years, so there you go. So yeah, I think that was a lovely conversation, and I would recommend that book, The Child Whisperer, because it does have a lot of advice for parents in that book as well that will help you. And if you have teenagers, I have that book that I want to highlight and be able to give away to someone, and it just makes it to where if there's something you could do better, that you do. And I think for me, knowing the types that my kids are from that Child Whisperer book, I'm sure you could even check it out at the library, Dress Your Truth or The Child Whisperer. I'm sure the local libraries have them, or you could buy them on Amazon for cheap, or somewhere for cheap, right? half.com, look there. But just learning about those different types of personalities, it helps me be a better mother, a better wife, and a better friend. And hopefully it helps my friends understand me better. Me neither. None of us can avoid making mistakes. Our children raise us exactly. It's like with Millie, and I'll be talking about this more in the videos I do about her. But you know, when you have a new baby, you first need to learn about that baby. You learn everything you can in those first 6 weeks. By the end of 6 weeks, you know her pretty well. You know her cues, you know her squirms, you know what she needs, you know what makes her comfortable, what makes her happy. And then you adjust your schedule to fit hers. And what I mean by that is I know she needs to eat at this time, and this time. So I'm going to work my schedule around her eating times to make sure I stop and feed her, and make sure I stop and take care of her and do what needs to be done for her, so that I don't neglect her and my other children. That's why they make us take a break for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so that you don't just not feed your kids, you know. She bought the Child Whisperer and just started a couple days ago. Good, Emma, you will feel better shortly. You read that and learn about you first, and then you'll pick about your kids along the way. But learn about you, and then you'll be able to help your children a lot more, and you'll be so glad that you have it. I just am still so sad for you that it bothered you so bad that you cried, honey. That's just horrible. You do not want to fall for that. Just let it go and just be like, obviously their kids are ruined. It's those kids that are ungrateful, and those kids who are rude, and those kids who are mean. Those are the ones that you just want to be like, let me nip this in the bud right now. You watch that Little House on the Prairie and be like, do you want to be like Nellie Olson, or do you want to be or do you want to be like Laura Ingalls, or do you want to be like Mary and have everybody walk all over you, right? You want to be able to be strong and be able to speak your mind, but not be mean and not be rude, because being Christ-like is always the best way. Being kind, there's nothing wrong with being kind. I love that just be kind motto, because there's nothing more important than just being kind. Because in a world where you can be anything, be kind. And that's what everybody should think. We all should know how to play well on God's playground, for crying out loud. Because God doesn't have any grandkids, right? We're all his kids. And then we're just down here trying to see how well we get along with others, and how well we can play on his playground with each other. And some of us do well, and some of us don't do so well. And some of us just need a timeout, and that's just the way it goes. Well, ladies, we've been on here 42 minutes. I need to take care of Pumpkin. I sure enjoyed our conversation. I hope you've learned a lot of things today, and I hope that you're able to feel renewed in your spirit, and you feel better about things, and that you have a lovely day. And I hope that you take care and have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow the next day. Oh, thank you, Fran Apple. Thank you so much. I feel like it has. It must have, because I feel different. I feel stronger. I feel more empowered. I feel more amazing now that I've faced myself looked at myself square in the eyes, buoyed my shoulders up, and now I really am Wonder Woman, right? All right, ladies, take care. Have a good night. Love y'all. See you soon. Make sure you take care of yourself, hydrate, stay clean, and enjoy the evening. See you soon.